And welcome in, Dr. Mario fans, to our silver bracket for the May 2023 monthly speed tournament. I am Luke the Librarian, and I'll be joined very shortly by John Dat Flindo. But before we get started with this bracket, we want to tell you that we've got some exciting stuff coming up next month. We have got, of course, our regular June monthly bracket and silver bracket coming up, but the Sunday of Silver Bracket, we will be having our second SNES tournament of this year. There will be information about that in the Discord. If we can get a Discord link in, he says as he starts typing. But the last time it was a lot of fun, and you know what? This time we're expecting it to be just as much fun. So if you have ever played the SNES, or if you've never played the SNES, you should definitely check us out joining us with that. But now I'm going to bring in John Dat Flindo, and Flindo, we've got two great matches today.
Yeah, absolutely. Our first match, we're gonna have EvryTimeWeSlay, who's a brand new player, our 1 seed, in fact, versus our 4 seed, theeeDave, who we have seen in tournaments past, hasn't played in a tournament since October of 2022. So it's been a few months since we've seen him. We know we're excited to see him back, pulling double duty, also as our restreamer. And it's going to be very interesting to see these two face off. As I said, this is EvryTimeWeSlay's very first time playing in our bracket. He had a qualifying score of into level 14 with 55 viruses remaining. So a pretty solid time for your first go. And I just think this is going to be a great match to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Slay's been hanging out in my chat. I'm sure he's been around some of the other chats around the tournament, but yeah, we're excited. We're always excited to have new players. In fact, last month we had Madhouse come in and uh, win his first tournament ever. So there's no telling what's going to happen. But like you said, Dave is our restreamer and has been a regular here for gosh, almost 3 years now, and probably right at 3 years because hey, we're still in our 3 year anniversary. So yeah, this is gonna be great. So we are standing by once we get our readies from both players, and Dave is kind of pulling double duty here. So if we've got anybody else in who can drop the 3, 2, 1 pills, that would be great. So Dave's got one less thing to worry about as we are getting these guys just set up, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and as a reminder, for our semifinals, which is essentially what we're in the silver, we do play levels 6 through 9, a best of 3. Um, we have a preemptive countdown there yet. We don't have our readies quite yet.
Yeah, but good to know that we do have another person in who can handle that.
Yeah,
So yeah, once we get our players readied up, Dave's going to take a second to get some practice in, and then we should be ready to go.
we have a ready from Slay. And a ready from Dave. And a 3, 2, 1 pills.
Yep. All right, Dave, the first one out of the gate. Slay right behind him with an opportunity for a triple. Let's see if he sees it. He does. That is a great way to start your Dr. Mario career with just an immediate triple. Uh, I don't know how I feel about either one of these boards, honestly, Flindo. They're both just kind of a little bit gross.
Yeah, I've been looking at Dave's board. He had by the way, he had a sweet tea right at the beginning of his board, as Slay was getting that triple. So really great starts by both players. But I gotta say, I agree. Looking at these boards, they're both gonna play out very vertically. And as I say that, Dave does pull off a nice horizontal there with that double red. He's already down to 11 viruses. Both players right now in desperate need of some red. Dave is down to 6 viruses. Half of them are red, half of them are yellow. Fortunately for him, right now the doctor is providing the pills that he's needing to get through this. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, and Dave is taking pretty solid lead right here, 14 to 2, now down to 12 to nothing as Dave is out at time not found. We will we'll get that retiming
Yeah.
done, but um, normally Dave is the person who does that, so we'll have somebody else. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Savage is in chat. She'll probably be the one to keep an eye on things, but you know, both players getting some good plays in. I like some of the planning that I'm seeing from Slay, and you know, Dave's proven he's done this before. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I do believe that that Slay started just about a second after Dave. So we will, as it says, we will get an official time for you. But just for for now, that's something we can go off of as Dave into 15 viruses remaining in his level 7. Slay has joined him in level 7. He got about 2 minutes, um, making some really nice plays here, but not loving this board, Ook.
Yeah, it's pretty floaty, and that's not what you want to see. Is Dave is getting the last of his man. That's a lot of yellow dock. That's what I got. That's all I got to say about that. And Dave is hoping for some yellow reds. There he gets one. Decides not to use it to lay down this horizontal. I thought he was kind of planning for a horizontal on the on his column number one. We'll wait to see if that's what he's going to try to pull off. But big play here that's going to help him out quite a bit as Slay is finding his way through what has been a very floaty level 7.
Yeah, he's just had so much red and yellow that he's had to deal with, and even now with 17 viruses remaining, he's still got only 4 blues on his entire board, and it's just been a struggle for him to get through this as Dave out of his level 7 at probably about a 319 for Dave as he moves into his level 8. Slay would really love to take this double red and place it horizontally. Great play there by Slay.
Yeah, that was definitely a godsend for him. That is just literally exactly what he needed. As yeah, he's gonna find his way through this one, but Dave is definitely in the driver's seat as he is now down to 24 in his level 8.
Yeah, Dave's having a really nice level 8. The only issue I have with it right now is just all this red and blue that's at the top of his board, and it's looking a bit split as he is making his way down. He's gonna have to think about how he's gonna prioritize, especially the yellow that he's getting, to make sure that he eliminates that drop time and is using every pill half that he possibly can.
Yeah, and now that it's the red is so much harder to get to, that's definitely going to be an issue. Although I really like this drop combo that he's got.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so that is going to be great for him as Slay is in the position of needing quite a bit of blue early on in this level 8. I really like some of the pills he's been getting. He was about a 409 getting into this level, so now it's a question of what the doctor is going to provide for him to get him a little further along.
Yeah, I do really like Slay's board though. He's got a very nice, even and diverse top line. I could do with a little bit of more blue access for him, but he does have some more opened up, making some really nice plays. One thing I'm noticing about Slay is he's already got a very strong horizontal game, and I think it's helping him to really get through this level effectively, Ook.
Yeah, as Dave now out of his level 8, we yeah, we're seeing a lot of players who I think are coming in having watched players like Swong, players like Adelito, um, and are beginning the play knowing a lot of the strategy that a lot of us had to figure out. So it's especially with players like Slay, who is a speedrunner for I believe Mario 2.
Mm-hmm.
People who are used to platformers, they they just play differently, and it's interesting seeing that come to pass. You know, they've got probably a little more patience for learning some of the strategies than some of the rest of us have had. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Well, I can say learning from speaking from experience, having been learning a platformer myself, there is definitely a larger level of patience there. And yeah, we're seeing that from Slay as he's out of his level 8 at a 625. However, Dave is down to just 16 viruses remaining in this first game. He's going to need quite a bit of red. But look at this yellow red. It's going to be nice. I like that undertuck to get the blue yellow. That was a really nice play.
Yeah, really smart plays coming up from Dave as he is now just in the final stretch of this run. Um, and yeah, like you said, the Reds are going to be the only pain point, and the doctor has been providing. He, he keeps flirting with a double red run, but it hasn't shown up yet. Does get this red yellow that's going to be really nice, and has the opportunity to take the yellow out horizontally if he needs to. So yeah, good play. I'm not sure. Okay, he's oh, but now he's got this red yellow that he can't use. Oh, he decides to use it anyway. So it's fine. He's just going to need 3 more reds to be out. While Slay is sitting at around 20 viruses left. Looks like that is about where he's going to be when Dave finishes up. And, you know, we'll give him about 5 or 10 seconds before we confirm, but it does appear that Dave has beaten Slay for game number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. It does appear that Dave does clinch that game 1. I believe, and I said earlier, I believe that Slay only started about a second or two after Dave. So at this point, I think it's pretty safe to say that Dave has won, but we will get an official word on that for you guys. And we're going to go ahead and let Slay finish up this level 9. Um, his board has gotten to where it's very heavy on the right side. And really, all he needs is reds and yellows to get this down.
I like the planning though of building that bridge and doing these underclears. Gets that one taken care of, and yeah, this is smart play. This is the sort of thing we were saying the first time we saw players like Adelito play, and that scares me a little bit. Flindo, they're getting smarter on us, Flindo. The new players, they're
Understandably
getting
so.
smarter.
I I understand that sentiment much more than I wish I had to. He's
But
gonna be out here pretty quick with this red and then this yellow out at a 9:02 about.
yeah,
Great effort by Slay. But Savage Octagon confirming in our chat that he did start about 2-ish seconds behind Dave. So we're gonna go ahead and call that a win for the Dave.
all right. So GG's to both of our players for the first one. And we'll get these guys set back up. This is going to be a best of 3. And once we get... Oh, Dave did give himself a time of 7:36. So thank you to Dave for doing what you always do.
Indeed.
All right. So once we get everybody with their readies back up, we'll be ready for game number 2.
Mm-hmm. I noticed Crunchy C earlier in our chat saying this is the first time that she's seen an otter playing Dr. Mario, and I gotta say, yeah, that's a first for me too, and it's exciting.
Ought to be more of them.
Indeed, I was gonna make that joke and I forgot.
Were
Darn.
you? Oh,
I was.
well,
I
well,
thought
shucky
about it
darn.
earlier. Indeed.
Yeah.
But we do have a ready from Slay, and we ought to be ready from Dave momentarily. They're still
Yes,
snuck it in.
indeedy. All right, so we've got readies from both players as Savage tries to get in on the otter puns, and she ought to not do that. Okay, so both players are in. Yeah, if you can't give Savage grief about puns, well, what good? What fun is there in life? As Dave has, yeah, this opportunity, I think he's right to just pull the trigger on that play. That's one of those that you could really find yourself just waiting around for the setups. Um, but did a really good a really nice setup to begin as Slay hitting a really nice horizontal as well and is setting up for, yep, going ahead and just taking the plunge, getting a horizontal triple. Good play from both players.
Yeah, Slay's had a really nice start. And I gotta say, I don't hate the decision to go ahead and take the horizontal. I thought he might go ahead and get the verticals in his column 7 and 8, but it was still a great play. Either way, it just left him with a tiny bit of garbage there in his column 6, but he's going to be able to clear that out very quickly. As Dave, speaking of quickly, already down to 7 viruses remaining, and he's got a really nice opportunity for a horizontal blue here, which he takes. 3 viruses remaining, now 2 viruses remaining. Got a very mini double blue rush, which is something very rare that we see in Dr. Mario.
Yes, indeed. And you know what the color that follows the blue rush is?
Blue
Dave out
red.
at 125. It is a blue red. It's so rare for any of us to know that because we never see them.
Yeah.
As yeah, what we're seeing from Slay, I think it is just the lack of experience at this level of play. Um, you know, you see some hesitation moves, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you get better at it. But definitely, you know, the only thing that's slowing him down is the fact that he just hasn't seen a lot of these plays before. And yeah, back to your point about finding the ideal placement. I mean, like you said, that was a good placement. Was it the best? We'd have to go back and look at it again to figure that out. But it certainly wasn't a bad one, and that's such a big deal when you're just getting started with this game is finding good plays.
Absolutely. And he does manage to get out of his level 6 into level 7, joining Dave, who is already down to 12 viruses remaining. He's just flying through this. He does, again, just like the last game, Dave's got a lot of red that he's having to navigate through. I like what he did there, tucking that red yellow in and clearing up his column 3. It's going to set him up to potentially take a horizontal, though, although he does block that off with that double yellow that he placed.
Yeah, it gets a nice T clear, gets rid of some garbage, and yeah, you know, he's got some ideas and some plans. Some of them are going to work out just fine. Some he's going to have to abandon, but such is the way of the doctor, eh?
Indeed.
As Dave now looking for one more red to finish up, as Slay's getting some really good plays as well. Dave out at a 315. Slay is down to 12 viruses, so that's it's going to be a bit to overcome, but we've seen crazier things happen.
Indeed, we have. And, Slay's doing a great job, especially for his first tournament. I'm really excited to see how far he comes in the future as he continues to play and continues to get better and hopefully do some more tournaments with us as he's down to just 6 viruses remaining. Got a really nice horizontal opportunities, a couple horizontal opportunities actually with these yellows. He's going to take the one in column 8 first. Didn't matter which one he took first. And then he's going to get that one there in his row 2. Down to just needing one more red and one more blue. Doesn't matter which side he plays on first because he gets another red blue out at a 404. This time the time is found.
Yes, indeed. And you know, Dave is struggling through a board that could really be awful, but could also be just fine. I think he was looking for a stand up swim on that double blue. I think it's possible. That's one of those. It's a really difficult swim to pull off, and I'll have to leave it to our swimming expert to determine whether that one was actually a possible swim or not.
Yeah, I didn't see the actual setup, so I would have to go back and analyze that. And I kind of want to now.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure you do.
thanks for giving me a little homework there, Ook.
Yes, indeed. There's some swims that are just almost possible, and some that are possible, but you have to be pretty precise with them. Um, and you know, pour one out for Dave Smith says, as always, the founder of the term, who created the concept of a swim back when all of us thought it was just crazy. How far this game has come.
I would really love to see the Dave set up to get this blue garbage out from on top of this red horizontally. Um, all he's got to do is place that there, but I don't think he saw that the yellows were going to clear, and that's going to be a bit of an issue for him. He's going to have to build down to that if he wants to clear that out horizontally.
Yeah, it's going to be a toughie. And this double red, no, he's committing, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
give him that. He's definitely committing to this one, and is going to get the right pills to do it. So, um, he's got all this set up. It may as well. And it's not like he's gotten just 1,000 reds that he's thrown away.
Oh, I see what he's going for. He's going to take the red horizontally and drop it down. Dave showing me what's up. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it was it involved a lot of garbage clearing, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, in the end, he just decided, hey, this is more valuable this way than uh, trying to trying to get all the reds than all the blues, and I respect that.
Yeah. But that bit of waiting has given Slay a chance to get back into this game. He got out of his level 8 about 5 seconds behind the Dave. Both players have really nice boards. Dave is just going to town on this level 9 as Slay gets a really nice drop combo.
I haven't seen much red for Dave though, and that's going to be a problem if it doesn't start showing up as he gets a double red to prove that it can happen. Uh, just not necessarily that it will happen. As yeah, things are looking right, and Slay is kind of struggling with color diversity as well. I'm not sure what's led to that. I think that blue yellow got turned the wrong direction, but he is going to make uh, take care of that garbage and make it a positive experience in the end.
Yeah, Slay was setting up for a really nice drop combo, and he just wasn't getting the pill that he needed to fire it off, and ended up having to improvise a little bit. Look at that horizontal from Dave. Really nice play.
Yeah, getting those drops in, proving that what he's going to complain about not being any good at this game anymore, but we shouldn't believe him. Uh, having played him in verses, I can attest to that as well. Uh, so Dave is going to be out here at an 8:05. GG's to both players, as Dave will be playing in our next game against SgtSarros. But wow, watching the tail end of what Slay's got, I love these setups that he's putting together, and I'm wondering if he's thinking about using that red in a horizontal that it looks like a piece of garbage now, but it could be. No, he's going to go ahead and just drop it down. That's also a good smart play.
Yeah, that's a fair play to make, and especially since it set him up for that horizontal that he just cleared out. Um, just really, really nice plays we're seeing by Slay. Like any new player, just needs a little bit of refining, and he's going to be an absolute danger in the coming months if he continues to improve.
Yeah, we're seeing that happening so much more. We had Crunchy C in her first tournament a couple of months ago. We had Madtown coming out and just having a great tournament last month, and now we're seeing Slay. I mean, these are new players that uh, I don't think we're going to be seeing in silvers for too awful long.
Yeah, absolutely. As Slay gets out at a 9-10. And hey, if you want to get in on this action, come join our Discord. Check us out. Check out the rules and come join us. Now's the perfect time to join and build up your stats and your skills. But with that, we will take a short break and we will be bringing you our finals, the Dave versus SgtSarros. Stay tuned. You are watching the Dr. Mario Championship, May 2023 Silver Bracket.
And welcome back, all 32 plus of you who are watching live, and everybody who's on YouTube. Hi. Welcome back to our tournament. I am Ook the Librarian. Joining me is Savage Octagon. Savage, we have got a fun finals right here. It is going to be Dave versus SgtSarros, and neither one of them is a stranger to these finals.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, Sargent won he got to the finals in February, and Dave has won a tournament before, a silver bracket. He definitely won April 2022, and he's made it to the finals several times. So I'm excited to see these two match up.
Yeah, and so we are moving on to levels 8 through 11, and we're going to keep it at a best of 3, which is just standard. This is what we do. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be a good match, and I'm excited that Sarge was able to do it this month. Um, he's shared in the Discord, so I don't feel like I'm oversharing that, he is up near where the wildfires in Canada are and has been taking part in relief efforts up there. So I just want to take a moment and say thank you, Sarge, for all that you have been doing. And, win or lose, you're still a champion in our hearts.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for being one of the helpers. Step in and, be good to those in your community.
Yes, indeed. As I'm pretty sure I know exactly why he has stepped away from the screen. Um, it's become a little bit of a tradition with him. He doesn't get the hat on until he's ready to go. Um, so yeah, Sarge is coming in here in. Oh, he's got it ready, so he must be going away from the mic.
Right. Well, I think, his internet, it could be a little bit slow. He
Oh,
could be
there
on
we
a
go.
little bit of a lag, but I am going to put our magical countdown in the chat because we have readies from both players. So we have a
Yes,
3, 2, 1, pills.
Hills.
I
All
gotta
right.
say, I love levels 8 through 11. I think they represent a really good mix of, the dealing with RNG, but also starting to make more precision moves. Ooh, is Dave gonna get this horizontal?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my love for 8 to 11 it just comes from how much I hate 6 through 9, but that's a whole nother story. All right, as Sarge is out as well, and you know what? Good color diversity for both players at the start of this level, and that's much more than we could have said during the last games.
Definitely. I'm excited for Sarros to have these opportunities for these doubles. Like he's got some horizontals going all the way down that maybe he could go for. And Dave has an opportunity for a lightning bolt here in the center with the blue yellow. He takes it.
Way to go,
And
Mario fans.
exactly. So we got a lot of red there for Saros in the middle of the board.
As Dave gets a nice drop horizontal and is going to get the opportunity for man, this pill set. I'm in love with this pill set for Dave. And
It's
he's
been
getting
good.
all of his setups just right. You see that yellow that is in his column 1. That is going to be set up, I believe, for a horizontal. And then once that goes, then everything's going to drop down perfectly for him. I mean, it's just magical.
I know you really don't expect to get this. So yeah, whoever he bribed, good job. Now I'm
Oh,
hoping. So let's see. Saros is working through that column 5, and unfortunately, the garbage that he just dropped did clear out the red pill halves that he could have used for clearing out column 4. But never mind. He's working on blue and getting a lot of blue yellows here, so it's not really slowing him down because this is still a color combination he has plenty of use for. Ook.
yeah, and you got to imagine there's a horizontal coming out with those double reds as Dave out about a 205, 206. Here comes that horizontal. Sarge
Nice.
gets everything he needs and could have even flirted with a double blue fat
Blue.
log.
Right, exactly. I was thinking that could have been a thing that he was working towards. Now, Dave working on these blues on the right-hand side of the board. And ooh, setting up a really nice triple there. Very nicely done. Saros just needs a couple more reds and he'll be out. So he's got 1 out at a 225.
Yeah, so despite the time difference that we've got on the screen, he is was about 20 seconds behind as opposed to, the 30 or 40 that it looked like because we are running based on the player's time, their timers, not based on um, what it looks like on our stream. As Dave, oh, Oh, that
Mm.
L was magic. I,
Now,
I yeah. Go ahead.
go ahead, Ook. Feel your feelings. It's
No,
cool.
no, that was it. It was just feelings. That was all I had. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so if you take a look at Saros's board, as he has 27 left to go, look at this big chasm down the center of the board. He is navigating this extremely well. And the thing is, as soon as he gets down to needing basically just red, he is going to have to deal with the fact that that board is so low in the center and kind of high on the sides. But there are some horizontal possibilities if he plays it straight. There we go. He gets one horizontal there. Now, the horizontal for the reds in the bottom row is going to be tricky now, so we'll see how he deals with that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a struggle for him, but it's certainly not insurmountable. It's something that he should be able to find. It's, we're still early levels, so it's not something that's gonna be too much of a problem for him.
In the meantime, Dave drops double horizontal to be out at about a 411, so into level 10.
Yeah, Dave's playing some of the best 8 through 11 that I've ever seen him play, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's a testament to the fact that he didn't practice it, I think. He was just telling us that before we got on. That's okay.
Oh, Saros did manage to clean up the bottom there of his board and managed to get everything horizontally that he needed to. It required some navigation of blue garbage, but he's got it. Now, he's left himself a little bit strung up if he does want to do a D sandwich. That would be clearing out the yellow horizontally in between those two reds in column 1. That's that terminology. But yeah, he's not going to go for it. He's
Yeah.
going to go vertically. I think it's a good move.
Yeah, he signaled pretty early on that was not in the books. As we look on Dave's side, he is lacking yellow access, but that's about the worst you can say about his board, as Sarge out at about a 505. Yeah, nothing to complain about here. This is a solid level for Dave, and he's getting the pills that he needs to make the magic happen. And that's what more can you ask for, ever?
Mm. Saras had a really good move just now. Look at him. He dropped down to set up for a horizontal. As soon as this blue falls, there it goes. Boom, boom. Now, yellow, not something he really has use for, especially because he covered up the yellows in column 2. That's going to be a little bit tricky. With columns 1 and 2 both topped with red, he's going to have a little bit of trouble with that.
Yeah, it's a tricky board, but I think he's gonna he'll find his way out of it. As Dave is almost found his way out of his own level 10, gets a little bit of drop time there, but gets his 3 blues. He's out at a 623 and into the final level of this block with immediate 3 different chances for double clears with that double yellow that popped up. Uh, I I don't know what deal he made with what devil, but that he's definitely getting his money's worth.
Yeah, definitely. So here he is Dave is setting up for possibly he could get a T if he works this right. And man, this blue yellow could really help him do that. And yeah, all the pills that he's getting here on the right hand side. Look at that. He's going to get it. Look at that cross. Yep. And in the meantime, Saros working that play on the right hand side in column 8 is a great play to learn of just going underneath and making sure there's no drop time there. Very nicely done. Now he is going to need a bunch of blue, but he has some good setups. And this double blue going to be
That's
awesome
so
for him.
smart. Oh,
Yes. Now
and
the
gets
red
the
blue
doubles.
was yeah, the red blue was coming though in the next pill, and he could have done it without garbage, but that yellow garbage actually did really help him get that blue exposed.
Yeah, now he's thinking fat log, and I don't blame him one bit, especially considering that fat log. If he just gets 2 more blue reds, that will clear out everything that he's got left. There's one. Come on, Doc. Come on, don't make him manufacture it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. He had to give up on that. That's okay. He gets them right in a row, and he's out at about a 753.
But speaking of setups, look at what Dave's got. Oh,
Boop.
there it is. It hit. Beautiful. These guys are putting on a clinic for us. I'm here for this.
Yeah, this is really good. And look at that. Sarros got the opportunity to set up for a horizontal. He takes it. Now, I think it might have been good to prioritize yellow-red on that left-hand side. And now he could take the blue out horizontally that's there with that garbage, but chooses not to. And Dave out at an 838.
And 8:38 is a wonderful time. Let me take a look real quick. See what Dave. I'm not even sure what his past 8 through 11 good times, best time was, but that one was certainly a really solid time. Getting that information as we speak. It's not his best, but it is quite close to it, within 30 seconds of his best time. So, GG's to
Very
both
nice.
players.
And Sarros working towards this board. Now there is a big chasm in the center, and columns 3, 4, 5, 6, all blue, which is going to be tough. He's got this double yellow, which he does not use on column 3. He could have tucked in between, but clearing out that garbage, a good move.
Yeah, and that's the sort of board awareness that you develop the longer you play.
Mm-hmm.
It's seeing that far down. It's not something that you naturally do as a casual player, and not that Sarge has been a casual player for a long time, but it's definitely something you pick up the longer you go.
Nice work there in column 1, being able to slide that red all the way to the left-hand side and clear those out. Nice move. Column 2, it's kind of with his two columns, main columns here. He's got column 2 and column 8 really, really mixed up here. And no fault of his own, just it's going to be hard to clear those down anyway other than vertical.
Yeah, that's... Oh, I think that was a failure to count to 4.
We all have them.
Yep, that is a symptom of having played this game.
Oh, looks like he is going for the top out. I think a play could have been trying to clear out row 2 with those yellows horizontally to drop that blue down for going for the D sandwich. But that's a lot of tough stuff to see when all you're seeing is these vertical problems in your board.
Yeah, and everything being stacked up on the edges there, that can really cause problems.
Definitely.
So, all right, once we get our readies from our players, we will be on to game number 2 in this best of 3 match. Dave taking the first game. Let's see. One more game for him as a winner. One more for Sarge is a decider.
Mm-hmm. And the last time Sarge was in a finals, he did take it to a decider with Crunchy C. So we will see what happens here. Very excited.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to start using failure to count to 4 in my runs. That's just going to be the new terminology I'm going to start using.
I'm wondering if there's like a good acronym for that, but like FF4? No, wait, FC?
Yeah, FC4.
I can't. FC4. I don't know.
Yeah.
Great, I can letter.
And then it'll have to be FRAC, which is failure to recognize colors. Yet another problem we all have.
Yes, definitely. The selective color blindness that happens when you've been playing this game for a little while.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we've got raised from both players, so...
Oh, yes, that means...
you.
Yes, okay, let's go. And we have 3, 2, 1, pills!
Blessing and curse of Dave playing. We all get to try something new.
Nice
we love our Dave.
Nice opening combo for Dave, just being able to take out plenty with that blue yellow in the center. Very nicely done. And continues dropping down with blue-yellow in the center. This is going to be a little bit tough. There's a lot of red on these top lines now, and it's really blocking him making much progress on the rest of this board. So let's hope for the RNG that he's been getting the rest of this set.
Yeah, Sarge has not started off with the best RNG. He's getting a lot of pills that are less useful for him. He's having to be creative, and when the doctor makes you be creative this early, it's never a good feeling.
Right.
But he is, he's finding his way through. He's going to get a nice L right here.
Woo!
Beautifully
That was
done.
pretty.
As he's finding his way through. Doesn't have a whole lot of yellow access. And is now down. I think that was the last yellow access that he had, so he's going to have to work with garbage anytime that he gets yellow now after this. In fact, he's almost out of red access as well. I'm not sure what he's got access to at this point.
Yeah, for sure. And meanwhile, Dave is just looking for this yellow. He was signaling early that he was going to try to take out those yellows horizontally, and luckily did not get too punished for that. Now he's trying to go for his bottom blue horizontally, and that's going to be a move that minimizes drop time. It's often easy for newer players to try to go for that blue that's up top, but it would cause drop time, and now he can just finish at a 147.
Yeah, definitely the difference between casual strats and what you see when you're playing this tournament.
Nice combo there from Sarros down the side of the board. Now he does have the opportunity for this red horizontal. He takes it. Very nicely done.
Yeah, and it's not going to cause him any real garbage problems since he had that second horizontal ready to go right below it. So yeah, everything's going pretty nicely for him. He's still, got that kind of big garbage pile over on his right-hand side, but most of it just cleared up instantaneously. And looks like he is going to, good timing on that. Save it for a pill half you don't need, as he gets the garbage knocked out and is going to be out of this level 8 pretty shortly.
Yeah, definitely. He was really working hard to figure out how to prioritize those blues, and I think he picked a good order. Meanwhile, Dave had a nice combo down the right-hand side of the board, wondering. He did not go for a drop horizontal there with that blue-yellow, as Sarros out at about a 244. I think Dave's issue is going to be the reds all over the top of this board, but look at this nice horizontal. Very nicely done to drop down onto the blue and keep that yellow in column 3 moving forward.
Yeah, I saw where he thought he was going to put that next pill, and I was a little surprised too when it was clear it wasn't going to work out. He is going to get a triple as soon as he gets a yellow tucked in there. But the yellow red that he was hoping to drop there, the place for it disappeared when he made his last clear. But now he's got this horizontal ready to go, and yeah, everything is working out for him, assuming the doctor continues to give him the reds that he's doing at the moment. In fact, look at that.
Very nice end combo. But look at this. Sarros is going through this level nice and quickly. Only 16 viruses left to go, and this board is pretty clean. And, nothing is really too locked up. And I think one thing that Sarros might want to start thinking about is, trying to use all the pill halves. So, for example, the blue yellow there in the center did get a lot of pill halves knocked out that could have been used. And that's something that lots of times players are striving to work on. So, but now that only 9 viruses left to go.
Yeah, I checked his time or checked his virus count when he hit the point that Dave finished his level. He's about 13 viruses behind, and considering how well Dave has been playing, that is nothing to sneeze at, especially if he can get this flipped over. He does, and wow, everything just kind of starts working out for him. That was really nice play for SgtSarros.
Yeah, so there we go, opening everything up. And yeah, Sarros has not blocked off the opportunity to try to go for that yellow in the center of the board so that he can take the red vertically or horizontally, but he has signaled that he is going to be taking that red horizontally. Just needs a couple more yellows, and he's out. As Dave has a good combo down the left-hand side of the board and is going to be working on prioritizing all of the red in the most efficient way.
Yeah, and
Oh, I thought he was going to take that horizontal with that double red.
oh, that's not what he wanted. And
No.
but that glance up at the next pill, that is exactly what he needed to do, because he had that red blue coming, and any move other than, or any move that wouldn't have provided the red blue on the left hand side would have been the wrong one. So good job for that. He's out at just under 6 minutes.
Yep, and Sarah's starting out this level 10, and there is quite a bit of garbage on this board already. And I think part of it was that there might have been a little issue with needing yellow and not getting a bunch of it. I didn't see exactly what was happening at the beginning, but yeah, he has a tendency to stack things on the side when he doesn't need them, and so that's why you are seeing columns 1 and 2 and 7 and 8 a little bit piled up right now.
Yeah, that's one of the things we see from players, that they eventually go, yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. Just because it is much harder to get your garbage cleared out if it is on the extreme side of the board, but not impossible. And sometimes the RNG makes you eat your words, makes even what should be the best play into the worst play. This is the nature of the game that we play.
And the nature of the game Dave's playing is mostly reds. Now look at that. He's setting up for a chunky T. Look at that. Very nicely done. And it does not block off a horizontal opportunity for those reds. Very nicely done. And yeah, he was just taking this level really well, just seesawing it down, keeping an even top line. And so, yeah, very nicely done. Looking for a red-yellow here. Sarros is bringing this down. It looks like he is going to be trying to take the blue horizontally there. He does, but that red-yellow pill could have caused a drop horizontal, and it didn't quite go there, so that's unfortunate. I think he saw that last second.
Yeah, that's that one hurt, because it was laid down just the exact wrong way, and there's nothing you can do about this now. I mean, you could clear it all out, but the smart thing to do is just take the odds and say, screw it, I'll just make it work.
And meanwhile, Dave just needs one red, and he'll be out. He is out at an 819, and he, because Sarros is still in level 10, that means that Dave has definitely become the newest silver bracket champion.
So GG's to Dave, as Sarros just avoids getting lapped. Man, that was great play, and I think we may be seeing the return of theeeDave. All right, and Sarge has gone ahead and is going to top out. But man, it was some great play from all three of our players. This has been a fun bracket to see, and we're hoping we will have more folks coming in the next month, so that our next silver bracket is even bigger and even better.
Definitely. So let's say a GG's to both of our players, and let's reveal next month's schedule. So tomorrow, the NES and SNES speed qualifiers begin. So look out for that announcement in our calendar channel. Those qualifiers will be closing on June 10th, and our gold bracket will be June 16th through 18th. And our silver bracket will be on June 24th. And will you talk a little bit about how to qualify for the SNES tournament and the level blocks for that and what that's going to look like?
Absolutely. So, as Savage was saying, our SNES tournament is, I believe it's the 25th, which is the Sunday following the silver bracket. And yeah, so if you want to take part in that, it's just like taking part in the NES bracket. What you'll do is announce your qualifier in the channel that we have set up for it, and you'll actually be doing a 20-minute run because SNES is a quicker played game. The play times are the scores are usually very similar to what a 30-minute bracket looks like, or a 30-minute run looks like for NES. And we will be doing a shortened version of the level blocks. I don't have them right in front of me. I'm pulling them up as we speak because it has been a minute since we last did that. But I've got them right here. It is going to be levels 4 through 8 on the first round, and any play-ins that we need, level 6 through 10 in round 2, 8 through 12 for the semis, and 11 through 15 in the finals. All of this is going to be in the Discord. Everything is going to be best of threes. We do have a stencil that will be pinned to the event channel so that you can see that as well. It's just going to be a great time, and I am definitely looking forward to it.
Excellent. And Ook runs this so well, so let's give him some love. Let's give all of our players today some love, and our awesome commentary team, Flindo, Ook, great job. And theeeDave, of course, our restreamer and our new champion. So please check out that Discord. That calendar's coming in a moment. We got all kinds of tournaments. And don't forget, you can play every week if you want to get some speed training. And also watch out for our monthly versus checkup, which the date is currently TBA. So until we see you next time, please have a great time, be happy, and take your vitamins.
Yep.